Darling?
Yes, dear.
I believe our guests have arrived.
Perfect timing. I just finished getting everything ready.
I guess love really does conquer all.
Love and dependency.
Wow, Naomi, you look amazing.
What's up, bro? How are you, man? I'm doing well.
Is that what I think it is?
I mean, unless you think it's a giant tumor on my stomach.
Yeah. It's amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you,
You ready to change some diapers, Dom?
Bro, has anyone ever...
Wow, isn't this a treat?
Please come in. That's where the party is, after all.
Arleth, can I help you with anything?
Sure, let's grab the first course.
Well, Sawyer, thank you for inviting us. Your home is beautiful.
Thank you for coming. I'm certain it'll be a very special evening.
Yeah, I was surprised when you called. It's been a minute since we parted ways.
So, my dear friends, what did we miss?
Just admiring your beautiful home.
How sweet. Lots of gems from estate sales. A little hobby of ours.
State sales? What's that?
Somebody kicks the bucket and their family sells off all their prized possessions.
You can find a lot of great things at estate sales. You just have to get there early, though. That's the secret.
Well, enough about us. I want to hear about all of you. I mean, 8 years. We sure do have a lot to catch up on. Naomi! I saw that big old baby bump.
Yep. 5 months in. Just counting the days till I pop this thing out.
Only 5 months. I would have guessed 6, maybe even close to 7.
Nope. Just 5 months. But thanks for the weight-gain commentary.
Boy or girl?
Boy. We're naming him Ezekiel. Is there something you'd like to say, Ian?
No.
What? Please, just spit it out.
I like the name, but... Naomi. The kids at school are gonna make fun of him. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I didn't know you suddenly had such an opinion on what I named my child. Our child.
Dominic, what have you been up to? I saw on your profile a while back you joined culinary school. How has that been going?
I actually ended up leaving. The whole thing was just too strict for me, and it took away from the creative process, so I just decided that it wasn't for me.
That's totally valid. And what are you doing now for work?
Well, you know, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I was doing actually contract work on a boat off the North Atlantic for a little bit. I got back from that like 5 months ago, and then I started to work as a crew for an event venue in the city. And right now I'm in between jobs, but I'm searching for some locations.
That's amazing. Well, I hope you hear back soon. Best of luck.
5 months ago. Sounds like you and Naomi didn't waste too much time once you got back.
Well, after I came back, she said that the separation made her realize that she was ready to start a family, so we started trying. Here we are, 5 months later, blessed as ever.
Wow, Naomi, you must be very fertile.
As much as I love all the baby talk, get enough of it at the OBGYN. Giselle, sweetie, how are you doing? I saw your post last spring.
Oh, yeah, I've been doing okay. I've been spending a lot of time painting recently. My therapist recommended I focus on creative output as a means of processing.
Well, it's always good to feed the soul.
Of course. And Ian and I were discussing the possibility of adopting.
Oh. Ian, I didn't know raising children was something you were suddenly so interested in. I always thought you hated children.
A few months back, he got a bit of baby fever, so we decided it was something we would talk about.
How sweet.
The main course is ready. Sawyer, would you mind?
Of course, dear.
Guys, why the fuck are we here?
What are you talking about? We haven't seen each other in such a long time. I thought it was a nice idea.
I guess, but you know, they got all weird and reclusive after what happened to Marina. It just seems odd for them to invite us out of the blue like this.
Guys, we are not here to talk about Marina. We're here to have dinner. Let's not overthink it.
All right, well, I'm gonna need something a little bit stronger if I'm gonna make it through this dinner.
Well, man, let me get some of that. I have a feeling it's gonna be a long night.
Yeah, here you go.
So, Ian,
So, Arleth.
what have you been up to?
Well, since we graduated, I got into financial advising. Been doing that for the last 8 years. I've been able to save up a good amount of money, enough to help Giselle in her art career. About 3 years ago, I decided to invest. So I went 50-50 on some chain restaurants, the Greek variety, with a business partner.
Your partner, Dennis, right?
You knew Dennis.
No, not personally. I just heard the story.
May he rest in peace.
It was a fire, no? I read in the paper that the police had no idea how it started.
Yeah.
A shame. Though I do wonder.
Wonder.
Maybe there was more to the story. You know, a wealthy businessman wrapped up with a lot of dealings. Somebody with experience around fires could make it look like an accident pretty easily.
I'm sure they could, but I don't.
And you were a fighter in college for a few months, weren't you?
Do you have something you want to ask, Sawyer?
No. Nothing specific. Just curious if you'd have any insights with your experience as a firefighter.
It was a couple of months.
Right.
I'm so sorry for your loss again.
Thank you.
Loss. Loss is a funny thing, isn't it? I think it's time for dessert.
What? We barely touched our dinner.
I think that's a great idea.
All right, guys. This is getting weird. I think we should leave.
We can't just leave. That's so rude.
Giselle's right. It's almost over. After this, we never have to speak with them again.
Fine. But the second dessert is over, we're out of here.
dessert is ready.
What a beautiful cake.
Well, go on. The cake won't eat itself. Please, let me know what you think.
Arleth, did you make this? It's delicious.
I did. I put lots of love into it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. A little minty.
Oh, that's the sodium pentothal, my dear.
Sodium pentothal? What is that, like baking soda?
It's a short onset, rapid acting barbiturate anesthetic.
Excuse me?
Truth serum.
Ian, you should chew slower. We have a lot to talk about. Giselle, let's start with you. I'm curious as to how you're really doing.
I've been pretty depressed for the past year or so. I think some of it is leftover emotional trauma from the late-stage miscarriage I had last year. The doctors say it was likely due to scarring and tissue trauma from the car accident. They don't think I'll ever be able to carry to term.
That is a tragedy. And Ian, how's your relationship with him?
Distant. He mainly finds ways to use me for his own benefit. I don't always mind, though. I like having someone to take care of. It makes me feel important. Besides, I don't just do it for him, I do it for us. I mean, I was the one who got him his job, after all. And now look at us, we're doing so well for ourselves.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he was drastically underqualified. But the hiring manager at the firm had a thing for blondes, so I seduced him into hiring Ian. For us.
Naomi, let's chat. How far are you along, really?
6.5 months.
6.5 months. Well, if we divide that in half, carry the 1, multiply by 5, and find the square root of that, 6.5 months. Well, well, that means that you got pregnant while Dominic was away on that boat trip.
Is the baby Dominic's?
No. I would never have a child with someone who can't even hold a job. I spend 23 out of 24 hours a day regretting I even married him.
Whose baby is it?
Ian's.
Ah, yes, let's talk about you, Ian.
The fire that killed your partner, Dennis. How did it start?
Obviously, I started it. I waited till his family was at their mother's. Of course, I'm not a monster. And I created gas leak in the kitchen and... You ever seen an explosion like that, Sawyer?
No. I can't say that I have.
Well, I'll tell you. It's definitely a sight to see.
Dominic, let's talk about the real reason we're all here tonight.
Well, I've been trying to figure that out all night.
The night you got slammed with your DUI. What happened?
Don't touch me. I was supposed to be the DJ for the party that night, but I went past my limit. The four of us left because we were hungry. And I took the side roads to try and stay away from any cops. Coming through the neighborhood, I tried to reach down for the candy bar and the floorboard. The car swerved and I just felt something hit the car. Real hard. We got out and we realized it was a girl. A young one.
But it wasn't just any girl, was it?
No. Giselle recognized her. It was your little sister, Marina.
Giselle, remind us. How old was she?
She was 14.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But Ian said that if we called the cops, I would go to jail for a really long time, so... we just left. I slammed my car into a tree to cover up the damage from hitting her body, and I dealt with the DUI aftermath, but afterwards, everything was mostly fine.
There you go. See, for so many years I wondered, how could somebody just hit a 14-year-old girl and just drive off? So many sleepless nights. And then I started to piece it all together. The same night you got slammed with your DUI was the same night she got hit.
Too much of a coincidence in a small town like this, if you ask me.
And now we have the truth. All that extra stuff, that was just icing on the cake. Oh, but I must say, Ian. Ian.
Yeah, he's out.
That was fast. He must have had other depressants in his system. Not to worry, though. Everyone else's will kick in soon enough. Sweetie, do you want to do the dishes or tie them up?
Oh, anything but the dishes.
What are you
Oh,
talking
shh,
about?
shh, shh. Giselle, sweetie, you were always the first one to panic. There's no need to get too worked up. You'll be out soon. See, there goes Naomi. And Dominic. And last but not least.
Good morning. Did you sleep okay? Oh, right. I forgot. No, I've never had to give one of these evil villain speeches before because, we've never had anybody wake up before. So, to make a long story short, we're a part of this organization. Clandestine meetings, periodic sacrifices. Look, let me not bore you with the details, okay? Anyway, so we have to make a monthly tribute. And it was Arleth's idea to use all of you. And now I can't say I blame her. I mean, you did kill her sister.
Sweetie, come on. It's almost midnight.
Yes, dear. Anyway, I'm sorry about all this, really. But maybe you should have told the truth back then.